Chapter 10, Mishnah 8. This last Mishnah completes our Tractate's discussion of the Tuma laws of earthenware utensils. This Mishnah deals with larger earthenware utensils containing smaller ones that are not sealed shut. In this case, there are several earthenware pots stacked one inside the other, each one smaller than the other, and their rims are even with each other on top. If a sheretz is in the top pot, which is the innermost one, or in the bottom pot, which is the outermost one, the pot the sheretz is actually in, is tame, but all the rest of them are tahor. The pot the sheretz is actually in becomes tame because a sheretz is in its airspace. All the other pots remain tahor because the sheretz is not in their airspace and because they cannot become tame from the pot that is tame. The Mishnah now discusses the law where all these pots in the stack had small holes in them. If they are punctured with holes that allow a liquid to enter, where the law is that we have to treat each pot as both a kli and a non-kli, whichever is more stringent, the law is as follows. If a sheretz is on the top, innermost pot, all of them are tame, because each one has the sheretz in its interior. If, however, a sheretz is in the bottom, outermost pot, only it is tame, but all the rest of them are tahor, no matter how we treat them, whether as Keilim or not as Keilim. The Mishnah now returns to the case of a stack of pots which are not punctured, whereas until now the case was one in which all the rims were even with each other. Now the Mishnah discusses the law where one rim was higher. If a sheretz was in the top innermost pot and the rim of the bottom outermost pot is higher than the rims of the inner pots, then the innermost pot, which has the sheretz, and the bottom outermost pot are both tame. The innermost pot is tame because it has the sheretz in it. The outermost pot is tame because its rim is higher than the innermost pot inside it. So the sheretz is considered to be in the airspace of the outermost pot as well. But all the middle pots remain tahor, even though the rim of the outermost pot is higher. The Mishnah now gives the same case, but where the middle pots have liquid in them. If the sheretz was in the top innermost pot and the rim of the bottom outermost pot is higher than the rims of the inner pots, then, in addition to the outermost and innermost pots being tame, any inner pot that has in it droplets of moistening liquid is tame as well. This is because the airspaces of the inner pots are considered to be part of the airspace of the outermost pot with the higher rim, and although the pots themselves do not become tame from being in the airspace of the tame outermost pot, the liquids in them do become tame from being in that airspace. By rabbinic decree, those tame liquids then make the pots they are in tame as well.